In a world where quality healthcare seems to be a distant luxury, one institution dares to rewrite this narrative. This is not just a medical institution. This is a living symbol of compassion, service, and hope. This is more than a construction project. It is history in the making. History not just because of its scale or ambition, but because of the convergence of purpose and destiny uniting countless individuals and institutions in a shared mission. While we journey through the progress of this extraordinary endeavor, we'll also uncover stories of those who are not just building walls, but fulfilling dreams. Welcome to the making of the world's largest, totally free of charge hospital. India is a calendar of elections, festivals, and rains, shaping the rhythm of life and work. These events often challenge the availability of skilled workforce essential to keep ambitious project schedules on track. Despite these, progress has not faltered. The ground floor roof slabs have been successfully cast, and we now stand ready to cast the first floor roofs, turning challenges into milestones, one slab at a time. To withstand immense loads and the test of time, many of our columns are utilizing 32 mm rods. To carry, cut, bend, and weld these 32 mm rods is a challenge in itself.
हम लोग अभी स्टील लेके आया, मैं इधर काम कर रहा हूँ, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है इधर काम करते हुए। बट ये फ्री हॉस्पिटल है, यहाँ पे मेरा फ्री में भी इलाज हो सकता है, मेरे फैमिली का भी इलाज हो सकता है। इधर मेरे बच्चे फ्री में पढ़ के वो डॉक्टर बन सकते हैं। इधर मैं इधर बिल्डिंग नहीं बना रहा हूँ, मैं इधर फ्यूचर बना रहा हूँ।
These steel bars are then fabricated and held together with stirrups for structural stability.
Having banded together with these stirrups, a casing is then placed and the concreting is done. With over 1,000 such columns across this building, the concreting needs to be done in parallel rather than in series to achieve maximum efficiency. In order to achieve this, a meticulous planning of resources such as manpower, material, finances, and schedules need to be done. Having received my MBA degree from Sri Sathya Sai institutions entirely free of charge, this is a rare opportunity for me to put these very managerial skills to a good use in building this teaching hospital.
The purpose of life is to lead a life of purpose. When one is driven by a selfless purpose, no weight is too heavy to carry and no challenge is too great. At the heart of our project is the central area with 32 ms steel columns. The first tier of these columns are already in place. The second tier of columns, measuring 15 meters in height and 5.5 metric ton in weight, are being installed. As we would recollect, the weight of the lower columns compared to that of an adult Indian elephant. Now, the weight of the second tier of columns is equal to that of an adult African elephant. The real challenge? Welding these heavy weights into unified columns, ensuring they stand at a flawless 90 degrees angle, no tilt, no room for error. This is a test of precision. While these MS columns may be the largest components of this project, let us now shift our attention and focus to what might probably be the smallest components of this project, a simple nail. A nail's life begins in a humble bag. It is hammered into support planks. Once the concrete sets, it becomes shapeless, stripped of purpose, and is destined for scrap. But here, as in all our projects, these discarded nails find new purpose. At the end of the project, even discarded nails find new life. Collected scraps are sold off to fund water tankers, transforming into lifelines for the greenery surrounding the hospital. This lush landscape in turn welcomes patients with serenity, fostering healing and hope. By reusing and recycling, we reduce our carbon footprint contributing to both our projects and Mother Nature. From the largest to the smallest, every part has a role to play.
He nailed it. But for now, these are safety concerns.
Our number one priority is workers' safety at site. A successful project is a project with zero accidents. For that, we ensure all the safety equipments are given to all the personnel even before they enter the site. For us, safety is non-negotiable.
నేను అనంతపూర్ జేఎన్టీ నుంచి ఇంజనీరింగ్ పట్టభద్రుడిని అయ్యాను. అక్కడ ఎటువంటి త్రాగునీరు కానీ మనకి వాడుకో నీరు కానీ ఏదీ లేదు. సో అలాంటి టైంలోని సత్యసాయిబాబా గారు కంప్లీట్ యూనివర్సిటీ మొత్తానికి ఫ్రీగా మాకు వాటర్ సప్లై చేసేవాళ్ళు. బాబా ఇప్పుడు నన్ను ఒక సమితిని చేసుకొని ఇంత మహత్తరమైన కార్యక్రమాన్ని చేయడానికి నన్ను ఇక్కడ పిలిపించారు. దీనికి భగవంతుడు సత్యసాయిబాబా నాకు అనుగ్రహించి ఆ శక్తి సామర్థ్యాలని నాకు కల్పించాలి అని బాబాని ప్రార్థిస్తున్నాను.
How do you know what is the purpose of my life? You know that you are following the purpose of your life when you wake up every day with a winged heart, the spring in your steps, and do what you got to do without getting bored or tired or feeling it as a burden. If you can do it every day when you wake up and look forward to waking up the next day to do the same thing without getting bored, then you know that you are truly in sync with the purpose of your life. But what is the way to it? Every day we follow a purpose, we will reach the ultimate purpose of God. But if you are doing something every day which makes you feel burdened, depressed, anxious, and bored and tired and exhausted, not physically. Physically you may get exhausted doing even what you want to do, but mentally exhausted, spiritually tired, then you know that you are not in tune with your purpose. You are out of tune, and so you cannot succeed in that. Even if you succeed materially, you cannot have happiness and peace and joy. That is your basic human right, to be happy. That's what we are born to be. But if you're not happy, you're denying yourself that happiness for whatever reason, it's because you're not in line with your purpose.
Sadhguru honored the site with his presence on the 5th of December, offering his invaluable insights and personally assessing the progress of the work. Recognizing the winter's chill, he extended his care by distributing warm blankets to the workers, ensuring their comfort and well-being through the cold nights. Before departing, Sadhguru left his mark of blessing and inspiration by signing the very first MS column cast for this project, a moment etched in the legacy of its foundation. By virtue of being a super specialty hospital with critical care, a project of this scale and complexity usually incurs a project management cost of roughly 4 to 5%. But because we are a public charitable trust, it is our bounden duty to ensure that for every rupee, dollar or pound that is donated towards this noble purpose, there is bang for the buck. To ensure this, the entire project management, which involves coordinating the efforts of roughly 25 agencies, is totally done in-house. And by doing so, the project management cost is contained to less than 0.03%. resulting in significant savings. It can be said that work without purpose is deplorable. Work with a sense of purpose is desirable. But when one leads a life of purpose without the feeling of work, it becomes divine. We thank Sadhguru Shri Madhusudan Sai for envisioning this divine project which gives a strong sense of purpose and inspiration for everyone involved. With this, we sign off and look forward to sharing further updates with you next month. Until then, Namaste.